Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Let's see, we are still exploring the Catacombs. Now, if you recall, we are on a mission to investigate a cult. The cult called Salvation. And apparently, word on the street is that they worship the dragon as some sort of fantastic god or herald of some new age. Something. We don't really know the details, but they worship the dragon. The dragon is bad. The dragon ripped our heart out of our chest, even though we are still alive. That's kind of our plot, is we are basically seeking revenge against the dragon, trying to figure out why it stole our heart, and maybe why we're still alive after having our heart ripped out of our chest. So we had a bunch of these quests called worm hunt quests, right? Just things that will generally benefit the army that the Duke is raising, the Duke of this area. He's in charge of the area. He has an army. They're going to be fighting the dragon or tracking it down or something. And so anything we can do to help with that effort would be appreciated. And that's what we're working on now. So we had 4 of these missions. We are on the 4th and final mission right now. So we looked into a stone slate that potentially had some sort of interesting text on it. Turned out that was just a, I don't know, not like a trick, but it was designed just to lead us to some weird old man on the mountainside known as the... Are you not dead, you spider? Not known as that, but known as the Dragon Forged. And apparently only we could see him because we are arisen. So that was a thing that happened. We also...
is locked.
Oh man, those undead are creepy as heck. Can we hit him? No, we can't hit him through there. On this gate, yeah, that gate is locked. Let's see. We also helped some researchers. They were delving into some ruins, looking to see if there was maybe anything interesting that they could learn about the dragon from those ancient ruins. They kind of... Ooh, there's a ghost. Ghosty ghost. Awesome. Let's see. Just gonna deal with a lot of these undead here. Apologies, it's very difficult. It is surprisingly difficult to carry on an actual conversation and talk about things while also trying to play a game well-ish, relatively well, without screwing everything up, at least. So let's see. Ruins. Turns out the researchers that we were kind of supposed to protect and guard, they decided to run ahead of us, and the head researcher guy got himself killed. And his buddy was a scaredy cat and ran away. So we ended up completing the research task and getting some stone tablets there. I don't know that they've been investigated or that we've learned anything about them since, but we did recover some interesting stone tablet. That was our second mission. Our third was to liberate a fortress that had been invaded by goblins, and we actually failed at that quest. The commander there, the leader, who was supposed to help us, like he was kind of in charge of the army, he actually got killed by a Cyclops, and that ended that quest. So I'm curious to see how that affects things. I didn't actually know that was possible. So I'm very, very curious to see how that affects things going forward. Let's see. And then this is the fourth quest, to investigate the cult known as Salvation. So that's why we're here. We heard a rumor on the streets from other members of the cult, actually, that there was going to be some sort of meeting here tonight in these catacombs. So yeah, in the last video we explored the top floor of the catacombs. Wandered around, we encountered like a couple of locked doors that we couldn't open. Journal entry. Interesting. Yeah, so we uncovered a couple doors that there's one upstairs, a door that we could not unlock, and then there was another one down here that we could not unlock. We need keys for them of some sort. So we're now down on the 2nd floor of the catacombs and exploring. I am playing as the fighter vocation, one of the 3 basic generic starting classes. There's a fighter, a rogue, and a mage. I've played as the other 2. I'm playing as the fighter, mostly just to show off this class. I'm not planning on sticking around as a fighter for the long term. I might switch back to it later, I don't know. But mostly there's a few augments, a few particular skills I can acquire with this class that will be useful. Oh, Skeleton Mage. Those are bad news. Oh, and a bunch of spiders too. That's okay. Best way to deal with mages in general is to just try to knock them over as much as you can. So that they can't cast their spells. Also, those spiders are irritating. They're throwing off my charge attack. There we go. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Another cursed coffin there. So yeah, I think we're generally just looking for keys now. That's kind of our primary purpose here. Alright, gonna run around and open all these things. Let's open this chest here. A jewel of health, not bad. That will recover a lot of health. Monk's Periapts, that is another buff item. I haven't really talked about the Periapts and things. I don't really use them much in this game. I might use them in the DLC content or in kind of some of the endgame stuff. Not really... Oh, that's another curse coffin, maybe? Maybe not? Yeah, no real need to use those buff items. Basically, each one of them boosts a different... Oh, and my lantern is running out of oil. Or has run out of oil, I guess. I don't need rusty daggers, that's useless. We'll give some shackles to other people. Journal entry. Ah, we can go through the journal entry. This is an excerpt torn from a traveler's daybook. We already found a first journal entry earlier in the game, like way, way, way back at the very beginning of the game, before we fought the Hydra, which was very, very early on. So it documents the unearthing of treasure in unnamed ruins. Word of the beast led me to this cave. A week searching has seen ancient treasure unearthed. But what use have I for baubles? 'Tis only vengeance for my daughter that I seek. We'll go through and read all of those once I have more of them, because there are going to be a few more to uncover. It's fairly interesting. It's a nice little like side story, I guess, for lack of a better term. Excuse me. Okay, so here are the Periapts. I will talk about them very quickly. So you can see they all have some sort of boost. So when you use them, it gives you some sort of protection or increases one of your stats for a short period of time. So the Monk's Periapt will prevent debilitation. So it'll prevent you from being cursed or being slowed or poisoned or things like that. Mage's Periapt will amplify your magic defenses for a period of time. They're all just little boosts like that, and they will probably be useful much later in the game, but for now, I really don't care. Magic defense, regular defense. Some of them are also, I believe, used for upgrade items. For upgrading, yeah, I don't need a multi-pumpkin. Oops. Let's discard that. I don't need a rotten ambrosial meat. Let's discard that. Okay, and that freed up some inventory space, so it should be good for now. Oh, and I forgot to put oil in my lantern, which is the whole reason I went here in the first place. Add oil. And hooray, we can see again. Okay, so it looks like we have a bit of a choice here. We can go left or right, although it looks like they're going to meet up again on the other side of this wall anyway. We're gonna go left. There's a chest back there, so I would like to figure out how to get back there if we can.
May be able to get down.
Mind you aren't cursed.
Okie dokie. Set of salvation robes. That is interesting. Also, a lot of skeletons here. Oh, and these are skeleton warriors, so they're actually armored and whatnot. Ugh. I generally don't use my shield too much, you may notice. Part of that is just because I don't usually play as this type of class. And part of that is just because I believe in most RPGs like this, the best defense is a good offense. So why walk around with your shield up when you can be attacking things a bit more aggressively? The exception to that rule is going to be Dark Souls, of course. I do a lot of very careful wandering around with my shield up in Dark Souls.
A well-formed party can often fail even
Okay.
stronger than
Okay, and then that just loops back around to where we were. So here we are. Let's see, we've got another chest here. Balmy perfume. That will restore health for the entire party, I believe. Just some walls. Ha, there's a passageway here that we can go down. And I'm wondering if maybe I'm going to want to equip the set of salvation robes that we just picked up. So let's maybe equip that.
We can climb down here.
It's not going to provide much armor, but I don't know, maybe it'll help us infiltrate the cult or something like that. If I had a ranged attack, I would like to hit that bird's nest that's right above me there. Oh well, not a big deal. Headless icon, that's interesting. So, a lot more undead here. I would really, really, really love to have like a fire weapon or something. There we go.
My help.
Right when the fight ended. Fantastic timing.
What's that? To flee from battle, master.
Okay.
Survival.
Was there anything else out here? No, probably not. Yeah, that looks like an endless drop. Although we can go back around this way.
Where could this path lead?
Ah, we could also mine for some ores here, it looks like. I don't know that there's anything very spectacular down here. So far it just looks like a lot of copper. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm using my flesh skewer attack because that's pretty fantastic for kind of pinning an enemy down and stopping them from wandering around or attacking. Hard bone, very nice. Silver ore, catacomb gold. Ah ha ha ha, that's what I'm after. Catacomb gold. I thought there was some rare material down here. I don't really know why I'm going this direction instead of the other direction. Ah, actually, I do know why. There was a chest up here. So it looks like that's how we get to it. Frame plate, that's going to be another set of armor. I am heavily encumbered. I'm probably going to want to move that armor over to somebody else in my party at some point when I get over encumbered again. I can feel myself moving slow. It's kind of irritating, but we'll make do for now. Alright, so now we're exploring this other side here. Another just
Terrain in here.
dead drop on either side, it looks like.
Should the need arise.
Yeah. Nothing to do down there. Oh no.
The Walking Dead! There!
Oh, I hate ogres. I don't know if I've said that enough. I really hate ogres. A lot of places here that we can mine though, that's good. Maybe get some more catacomb gold. I seem to recall catacomb gold being a very rare material. I think it's... I'm going to assume that it sells for a lot, but I think it's also used for some upgrades later on in the game. Oh man, that is a nice spell to see. Alright. Looks like I've done a decent job of lighting the thing on fire. I do want to stay away from it though, because they do eat people. Yeah, and as Stephanie just mentioned right there, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. They will target women first, and there are 3 women in the party here, so there's a decent chance that he might just decide that he wants to kill me and he might start chasing me down. Although, now he's dead, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Ogre Tooth, Ogre Spur. You have anything else that you land on? Nope. Alright, back to mining. So we got that, we got that. Absorbent rags. Mage's shoes. Got a bit more mining I can do here.
Treasure, perhaps?
Another circlet.
A dying lantern oft dooms its bearer to follow. Carry ample oil.
So not too much here that was noteworthy. We did get a few more pieces of the gold. Ah, gold ore right there. Oh man, look at that.
Bunch of bees.
This
And I am now fully encumbered. So I'm going to give the frame plate to Lubu because he cannot equip it. The frame plate is for women only, which is fantastic. Because then I can give it to the male pawn and he will not be able to equip it, so he won't, so he can just hang on to it. Gold ore. I'm going to deal with my favorite thing in the game, inventory management. And yes, I was being a little bit facetious right there. Although I do like all these items that we're getting here. There, see, and just with that, I'm back down to average. Curses the user when invoked. Seems silly. Don't really know why I'd want an item that would curse me.
looks interesting.
Alright. That's decent inventory management for now. Somebody gonna pick this up? Somebody else? See, and that's why I have to end up doing a lot of the looting and hoarding myself, because my pawns don't always pick up items when they, you know, uncover them or walk right across them. Okay. So that ogre fight actually went much better than expected. Alright. Got a few more pieces of ore there. Not bad. Gonna open up all these and hopefully not get cursed by any of them. Rotten ambrosial meat. Shouldn't have picked that up. Monk's periapt. That's good. Monk's periapt, that's good. When I cross back over into very heavy, I think I'm gonna toss that ambrosial meat and shuffle around some of the ores and things that I picked up again. But yeah, for now, just a little bit of exploration. Poison flask, those will be good. I am planning on doing another big old batch of poison arrows for when I switch back to the probably the ranger class. I think I'm going to play that. I mean, I do want to play it to show it off, but I think I'm going to play it a little bit and gain some levels at it, just because the ranger class gains a phenomenal amount of stamina when it levels up. Not as much magical offense, which I am really focusing on. I really do like the magical offense. It's a bit less balanced than the Strider that it kind of upgrades from. Alright, so that was a lot of money. There's a door there. There's also a door to the left here. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so that big red circle there is the area that we need to go check out. So I'm going to go this way first. Because I want to make sure that we loot the area and find all the interesting things that there are to find before actually going in and triggering whatever plot event will happen. Because you know we're going to get like a cutscene or something when we go into that area. That's how these games work. Although I believe this is our exit.
Further from their meeting place.
Yes, thank you, Lubu. I know this is intentional. I am intentionally driving myself further from their meeting place. Okay. And it looks like at the top of that ladder there is probably just going to be an exit. Catacombs. It's fantastic. Yeah, so that'll just take us outside, it looks like. Which is fine. So knowing that that is our quick escape, let's go check out the cult meeting.
I heard a voice.
Oh, can't go up there.
It is an unsettling voice.
So there's a way down there and there's a way up here. What is this? Locked, whatever it is. Okay, so down we go.
Close.
What do we got here? Little locked doors there that we can't open. Go up here. Are there any good items up here? Money. I like getting extra money. It's always a good thing. Okay, so this looks like the door that we just couldn't get through, the gate.
Which writhes and struggles against its failings,
Alright, Gathering Hall.
by its own heedless throes. In a true, proper world, all souls will forever remain in an even state.
Take care not to step on any stray
Complete as
bones.
they are
For dark
unshaken.
times brewing. Dark indeed.
Uh-oh.
Come to join our flock, Arisen.
Well, looks like we were spotted. Although I shouldn't be terribly surprised. I was just kind of wandering around there.
This is the answer, dear Arisen.
So there's some sort of knight behind him who is taking off and leaving.
Unto all things death.
And then there's this creepy guy, and if you've been paying attention throughout the game, we have seen him a few other times. He's been seen kind of wandering around in the background, like after we fought the first Cyclops at the very, very beginning of the game in the encampment, around the time that the Hydra attacked us. Many times we have seen this guy wandering around. And these zombies are just killing people, I guess? So he just summoned a bunch of zombies and then killed all of his followers and left? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my actual equipment. I guess there wasn't really much point in wearing the set of salvation robes there. What do we pick up here? Silver ring. Useful only as a personal adornment, so it won't provide any extra stat increases or anything like that. Okay. And with that, more zombie hunting time.
There must be some strategy.
So I don't know if what we did there is the only possible outcome. Oh, we're gonna be fighting these zombies forever. I don't know if that's the only possible outcome. There might be another outcome if you're actually sneaky and observe the whole meeting without being caught. Not entirely positive, but you know, if you decide to play this game on your own, which you should, it's a fantastic game, then you know,
Sight that was. Though I suppose it's the stuff of every
you can be a bit
day.
sneakier in your own game.
I'd thank you to join me for a moment.
Okay, so Mason showed up.
What connection does this knight's champion have to salvation? It is a mystery. Fear the flames. Breathe your weapons in them.
Are there going to be more undead? Okay, so we can't get out that door. Just gonna check around, see. Okay, so it doesn't look like there are any other items or anything of use in here. So Mason should be on the other side here. Somewhere. There we go.
The zealot slipped past, but at least we snared this one. An humbler prize, to be sure, but at least he's talkative. No honor among thieves, eh?
It was just a lark, all in good fun. I never gave over to that rot about destruction and salvation. Never.
Just the same, It'd be trouble if we let him go free, now that he's seen the two of us together.
Wait! You promised me!
An interesting moral choice ahead of us, it sounds like.
It's all yours.
I
The
feel
Elysian
familiar
spoke
with
of you.
this quest now.
Said
I've
the
gained
Arisen
quest
ran
knowledge.
counter to the tides. A heretic, he said. But I see a reasonable sort. The sort
Marcello.
to hear reason. Come, sir.
It's not
What's
my
to be
place to
gained from
question your
bloodying your
judgment.
hands?
Okay, so he
There's
told us
naught
what's
can
going on.
Stay the dragon's fire. What say we await perdition together?
So the question now is,
There's
do we
many a
want to
pleasure
kill
to
him,
indulge
or
in
do we
their
want to let him
It's your
live?
choice to make, Arisen.
I'll gladly furnish the coin.
I don't know. Killing an innocent man,
Spare me, Arisen.
not sure how I feel about that.
Live to see the flame. You'll
Actually, I
be
know exactly how I feel about that. He's done. I don't like this cult. And don't necessarily want other people in the cult finding out that I am working with Mason. Although I don't necessarily think I trust Mason very far
You'd have the
either.
stomach to do for an unarmed man. Suppose I was wrong to doubt it. Glad to know you're someone I can trust in times to come. And come they shall. I'll send word ere long, friend. We'll bring this skulk of foxes to bear, you and I.
Cool, and with that, I think we are
For sound judgment, Arisen.
pretty much done
This
with
was the
this
only way.
salvation quest. Let's see where this path leads. I believe this is going to take us out eventually.
Even had you spared him, doubtless Mason would not have
Door.
shown such mercy.
I'll take that.
Yeah, and I believe my pawns are right. I think if we had let him go, Mason would kill him anyway. I suspect that's what would happen. I don't know that for sure. Alright, and it looks like this ladder will just take us outside. Awesome, so that is the 4th of our worm hunt quests finished, although I haven't turned this one in yet, obviously. What else? What other fun stuff do we want to do?
Let us return to
What is my status? I am rank 4, it looks like. So one more, I think one more rank. I think rank 5 is where I get the increased weight capacity skill, which I would not mind having. Where did this pop us out? Catacombs Rear Passage 2. So there are a couple of... Let's see, there's the other one. Catacombs Rear Passage 1. Oh, you can zoom in a little bit. That's interesting. You can also zoom out and see all of Grandsis. See all the stuff that we'd explored down there. That's pretty cool. I like that. There's the Abbey. I do actually want to go explore kind of this area here. So I'm going to put a little waypoint on the map there, and it'll show up on our mini-map just to kind of indicate the general direction. Oh, cool, so we're under the bridge. Aha, that looks like the way back into the catacombs. Neato. Alright, I am heavily encumbered, so I'm going to be moving slowish, although thanks to my skills, not as slow as I would be previously. Let's go explore this direction. There is some stuff that I want to do over here. Some stuff that I want to do here other than just fighting wolves, because... wolves everywhere. Looks like we chased that wolf away, so he's just going to take off. Oh, right under him.
Let's wait and see.
Alright. Don't care. Just enough to drive them off, that's fine with me. Oops, wrong button. Of course, I'm going to do that every freaking time in this game. Go through a bunch of mushrooms. I have just a bunch of stuff here, don't I? What else do I have? Hose. Don't need a bunch of those. We can get rid of those. Salvation robes. Let's give those to Lucy. Unfortunately, Lucy's becoming very, very heavily encumbered. That's okay, though. Not much we can do about that, though. Over encumbered. Alright, Lucy. Let's see what we can do about you. Rusted daggers. You can get rid of those. She's got some really heavy items. You can give some of those to Lubu. There we go. That's fine for now. Let's see. I want to keep going this way. And I'm not specifically hunting goblins or anything right now. I do actually have another mission. I don't know if it's a quest or not. We might get another quest. Who knows? There is something I do have in mind, though. Something that I do want to do up here.
Out in the open plains.
And of course, first item I pick up puts me back in the heavy weight category. Oh, well, not much we can do about that. Ooh, ox. We haven't killed any of you in a while. Yeah, I got some scrags of beast. That's exciting. Francis herbs. I'll just pick up a few of these. They sell for a decent amount, like $100 each, or 90 each, or something like that. So not terribly bad. No, but this area is what I would like to explore. There are some lights and torches and things. Yeah, this is definitely what I want to explore. We can go.
This must be a quarry.
Yep. So as Stephanie pointed out, this place seems like maybe it's a quarry, and it is. Also, I can't quite jump up there. I think if I had my my rogue and my double jump, maybe I could get up there. Although, it looks like it's off the map, so I don't know that there's actually anything up there to reach. But yes, here we go. There is a person here with a quest for us.
Francis.
Come here. Come here.
Hello. As you cannot tell from the look of me, I'm at my wit's end. I've need to travel south through this mine, but the accursed gate won't budge. Despite the dangers, I came this way hoping to shorten my journey. Some shortcut, eh? 'Tis a fine waste of time if the gate cannot be lowered.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can help this guy out.
Do you mean that? You'll see it opened? Aye. 'Twould be a most welcome boon. But are you so certain you can make it so? You do seem a strong enough sort, I'll warrant.
Awesome. So, oops, with that, we have a new mission, a new side quest. I'm going to go ahead and lump this into my main line of videos.
This looks interesting.
I don't think it's going to take the entire video next time, because yes, we are going to be doing that next time. And I think we're going to continue the critical path stuff as soon as we're done with this one particular side quest. I just want to do this because it's fun and kind of interesting to go into the quarry and clear it out, fight off some interesting creatures. I climb up there? Oh, I can. Look at that. Large coin pouch. That's exciting. What else we got up here? Lone flowers. Exciting. Look at that. Oh, more chests. Oh, this is fantastic.
Fear of an attack, most like.
Foreign knife.
This ought to be
Not
stabbed.
very fantastic, but yeah. Let's see if we can do a tiny bit more exploration. And if we keep going this way, the way that I'm facing right now, we will eventually run into the Abbey again, I believe, which we explored in one of my previous side quest exploratory videos. Just kind of wandering around up here. Which means I think there's like ogres that we could fight over here again if they've respawned by now.
Interesting.
And maybe a chimera or something. Yeah, that looks like ogres. No thank you. Don't really feel like fighting ogres right now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and next time we will be exploring the ancient quarry. The abandoned mine over here. We're going to see if we can assist that, I don't know, that traveling merchant, I guess? He had a pack on his back, so presumably he is some sort of merchant or something. We're going to assist him with his quest. See if we can open the gate so that he can actually use this little shortcut. And I'm going to take the long way back around and down because I want to see if there's anything else to explore over here. It's like a house and stuff down there. Awesome. Alright, yeah, so we'll be checking this out next time. Thank you for joining me, everybody.